Afternoon and welcome back to RMU Live. I'm Sonu Babu.
And I'm Andrew Ostrowski. Here's your RMU News. With breaking news coming from New York City, New York. Packages containing explosive materials and other hazardous materials have been sent to various political figures across the country over the past several days, and the mayhem continues this morning. CNN.com is reporting that federal authorities have arrested a man who is believed to be involved in the incident.
Sarah Flores of the Justice Department confirmed via Twitter that they have one person in custody. This morning, police in New York discovered a suspicious package sent to former Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper. The package was found in a Manhattan mail processing facility. Police closed 52nd Street between 8th and 9th Avenue in downtown Manhattan this morning while they investigated the incident. Another package addressed to the New Jersey Senator Cory Booker was discovered at a Florida mail facility. Authorities say the package was found at the Opa-locka mail facility in Florida, where sources told CBS News that some of the packages were processed. Booker and Clapper are added to the already long list of Democrats that were targeted this week. Former President Barack Obama, the Clinton family, actor Robert De Niro, former Vice President Joe Biden, and CNN headquarters in New York, and more. Authorities are still working to determine if any more packages are in the mail and if any others were involved with the incident.
Kappa Delta Rho, a Robert Morris University's fraternity, was suspended following an on-campus incident, according to Police Chief Randy Mink. Details of the incident cannot be disclosed because the case did not appear in court yet. The hearing will be held next month. Pittsburgh Port Authority is making emergency track repairs at the Northside Station. The inbound line of the T will end at the Wood Street Station downtown. Delays will last 5 to 20 minutes, and repairs will hopefully be finished by the afternoon.
The Beaver County coroner was called to the scene of a Daugherty Township crash. The accident happened before 6 a.m. and the scene was cleared at 7:30. LGBTQ activists protest outside Allegheny County Jail Thursday evening. Protesters were outraged when transgender women were being placed with male inmates. Pittsburgh police arrested 11 protesters for blocking 7th Avenue during rush hour. 10 of the people were released.
Organizers of the Pittsburgh Kids Marathon are being pressured to cut ties with Chick-fil-A after a resolution claims Chick-fil-A supports anti-gay causes. Chick-fil-A is denying the claims.
A plane carrying a banner for the resignation of Bishop David Zubik was seen on Thursday in the Pittsburgh area. The identity of the person who rented out the banner is unknown. There have been many calls for Zubik's resignation after reports of sexual abuse. In an 8-1 vote, the Pittsburgh School Board voted against police officers carrying firearms in school. A protest on Monday broke out the building against arming police officers. The decision was made on Wednesday.
One man is dead after a fire in a house fire in South Homewood this morning. Firefighters arrived at the corner of Fram Street and Alsace Street at 6:30 this morning and were unable to rescue the man. 2 others were injured and 9 people lost their home.
A fire broke out Tuesday afternoon in Homewood and is under investigation. Firefighters located a victim on the first floor of the 2-story building. Police are investigating the cause of the fire and the death. And another fire started on the 12th floor of General Braddock Towers, leaving 1 person dead. Residents were evacuating the building early Thursday morning. The victim was 54-year-old Michael Dickinson. He was under cardiac arrest and was rushed to the hospital where he later died. The cause of the fire is being investigated.
Police have arrested 2 people after firefighters were called to a home in Vandergrift. The firefighters were called to a basement fire and discovered a suspected meth lab in the home. Nobody was injured and the firefighters do not think the meth lab caused the fire. Federal prosecutors have arrested Darrell Anthony Jones in Butler County in connection to drug conspiracy, possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine, and possession with intent to distribute cocaine. This was the largest seizure of methamphetamine in western Pennsylvania history, as there was more than 500 kilograms of both meth and cocaine seized.
Saturday is the Drug Enforcement Administration's 16th National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day to fight against drug addiction. Pittsburgh residents can turn in expired prescription drugs, and all 6 Pittsburgh police zones will become drop-off sites on Saturday.
The Freedom Area Senior High School football coach has been arrested for possession and distributing child pornography. J. Russell Barley had his home searched, and police found the child porn on his computer. He has since resigned from both his teaching position and coaching position.
A middle school teacher from Slippery Rock was charged with institutional sexual assault for allegedly touching 4 female students inappropriately. This hearing will be held on Friday.
Brendan McKenzie was arrested on Wednesday in Stowe Township after evading police since May. McKenzie is a lifetime sexual offender registrant after being charged with aggravated indecent assault.
A student was found carrying a knife on a Pittsburgh school bus. The school's principal, Dr. Tamara Sanders-Woods, say the child's parents have been informed. Sanders-Woods also encourages parents to check their children's backpacks for any suspicious items.
A high school student walking to Ligonier Valley High School was hit by a vehicle on Cary School Road. The driver of a red Chevrolet Silverado did not stop after hitting the student, and the student was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
A man was hospitalized after jumping a well at a West Virginia University's football game. The 49-year-old went to the top of the section after getting into a verbal fight with the other people nearby. Police are continuing to investigate.
Civil rights and Pittsburgh leader Alma Fox received the key to the city from Mayor Bill Peduto on Tuesday. Fox has been a civil rights and LGBT activist for her entire life and served 32 years on the Pittsburgh Commission of Human Relations and was involved with the Pittsburgh branch of the NAACP for over 50 years.
For all you need to know about news, sports, and arts and entertainment at RMU and around the Pittsburgh region, visit rmucenturymedia.com.
Up next, a vehicle accident in Scott Township and roaches found in a local business. More after the break.
I need your help asking Jessica to prom.
Of course. Love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Hey, Jessica. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Jamal Khashoggi's son has arrived in the United States. He was a dual citizen, a U.S.-Saudi dual citizen, who could not leave Saudi Arabia after his passport was restricted by the kingdom. Journalist Jamal Khashoggi was killed earlier in a premeditated murder. Officials reported that there were 18 men involved in the murder. Officials also say that the Crown Prince is responsible. Khashoggi's son shook hands with the Crown Prince at the Royal Palace.
A crash in Scott Township sent a vehicle over a hillside along Painters Run Road on Wednesday. The driver was rescued safely by emergency services, but there's still no known cause of the crash. A couple has been arrested after a toddler was found wandering alone in North Braddock. The child's mother, Athena Coffey, will face reckless endangerment and endangering the welfare of a child. The father, Joel Coffey, was later taken into custody with no charges announced yet.
Caliente Pizza and Draft House is infested with roaches, and the Allegheny County Department of Health issued a consumer alert. Consumers shared videos of roaches in food and across surfaces. Besides roaches, mouse droppings have also been found as well. Caliente has been directed to begin treatments.
Dr. Ralph Capone, the former chief medical director at Excella Health Westmoreland Hospital, has been sentenced for illegally writing pain medication prescriptions for his own addiction. He will serve 5 years on probation. Now, at least 7 children have died from an outbreak of adenovirus at a nursing and rehab center in New Jersey. Health officials are tracking at least 11 more confirmed cases from that same facility, and they are working around the clock to keep the outbreak contained. Mary Maloney has more on the virus and what you can do to protect yourself from it.
A man is wanted for multiple charges, including theft. Joseph Vindick III is responsible for multiple burglaries, including breaking into a jewelry store and a victim's home. There is a $1,000 reward for any information about Vindick. The man who was charged with assaulting a woman is now a suspect of carjacking on the South Side. 25-year-old Johnny Johnson was arrested for aggravated assault, robbery, unlawful restraint of a minor, and false imprisonment, and he's being held at Allegheny County Jail.
An arrest has been made after a shooting occurred in the West End. Kenneth Parker was arrested on Tuesday, found with connection to a non-fatal shooting on Saturday. Parker is charged with attempted homicide, aggravated assault, and various other charges. Over 24 cereals and snack bars were found with a weed-killing chemical in them. Glyphosate was found in samples of General Mills and Quaker brand products. Glyphosate is a weed-killing chemical that has been linked to cancer.
Kohl's will be hosting hiring events on Friday and Saturday in the Pittsburgh area. They will be held from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Fridays and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. South Hills, Robinson Township, Cranberry, Washington, and Butler will be holding the events. Greenfield Elementary School was vandalized, and officials are offering a $100 reward for any information about the suspect. The suspect allegedly ripped out newly planted trees and destroyed several benches as well. Students have made an effort to replant and fix the area.
Leon Ford, the man who was left paralyzed after being shot by Pittsburgh police in 2012, is now running for his Pittsburgh City Council in District 9. His campaign will start in November. A 19-year-old Ohio man is in custody, accused of trying to train with ISIS-affiliated terrorists. Nasir Al-Madawji will be kept in custody, was arrested at a Columbus airport. The Justice Department says Al-Madawji, who is an Iraqi-born U.S. citizen, has been in contact with people he thought had ties to ISIS, but were really undercover FBI agents. U.S. attorneys say the suspect sent a video of himself pledging allegiance to an ISIS leader and was trying to get to Germany and then Kazakhstan to meet with terrorists. Al-Madawji will be kept in custody until his detention hearing next Tuesday. His attorney says his client is, quote, presumed by our law to be innocent of this charge, and that we intend to vigorously defend his case.
Operation Warm is a volunteer group in Pittsburgh that is giving winter coats to students who are less fortunate. Over the past 20 years, the foundation has given out over 3 million new coats. And Titanic 2 is reported to set sail in 2022. Australian businessman and politician Clive Palmer took initiative on this controversial project in 2012. To avoid the disaster of the first Titanic, Titanic 2 will have more lifeboats and modern navigation systems.
The video game Red Dead Redemption 2, released today, coming from the Rockstar Games, the creators of Grand Theft Auto 5, say it's expected to do incredibly well in terms of sales.
Be sure to tune in to our other shows, RMU-Live Mondays at 1 p.m. and Fridays at noon, Sports Talk in the Berg and RMU Tonight Wednesdays at 5 p.m. and Colonial Sports Center Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. here on RMU-TV.
When we come back, we'll go to Ryan Giacobbe for sports and Avon Patel for the weather.
need your help asking Jessica to prom.
Of course. Love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Hey, Jessica. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to RMU-Live. We have an exciting week of sports. Now, let's start with RMU for a change. The RMU men's hockey team is set to go against longtime rival RIT this weekend for a home set. RMU got swept last year during all 4 games and will be looking to avenge their season sweep last year. The RMU women's hockey team is getting some early Halloween action this weekend for Parents Weekend when they host the Lindenwood Lions at 3:05 p.m. today and at 1:05 p.m. tomorrow at the Island Sports Center. The RMU football team returns to Northeast Conference play this week against the St. Francis Red Flash this Saturday at Joe Walton Stadium at 1 p.m. after winning the first ever contest against the Central State Marauders last week. The RMU women's soccer team is set to play in their regular season finale tomorrow at 3 p.m. against the LIU Brooklyn. The team will end their season with either an overall record of 6-12 if they win or 5-13 if they lose. Now for the Pittsburgh sports. The Pittsburgh Penguins lit some flames last night with a 9-1 win over the Calgary Flames at the Scotiabank Saddledome. The Pens scored 3 goals in the first period, 4 goals in the second period, and 2 goals in the third period. Patrick Hornquist and Phil Kessel each scored 2 goals. Sidney Crosby, Brian Rust, Jack Johnson, Jake Gunsel, and Matt Cullen also scored as well in the win. The Pens play the Vancouver Canucks tomorrow night at 10 p.m. The Pittsburgh Steelers return from their bye week this week to face the Cleveland Browns at Heinz Field on Sunday at 1 p.m. The last time the Steelers played the Browns resulted in an unwanted tie. And now the last thing, the World Series has already gotten underway with games 1 and 2, both already being victories for the Boston Red Sox, giving them a 2-0 series lead. Game 1 was an 8-4 win on Tuesday, and Game 2 was a 4-2 win on Wednesday. The Red Sox sealed the deal in Game 2 with 3 runs in the 5th inning. Game 3 is set for an 8:09 p.m. tonight in Los Angeles. Now let's go over to our weatherman, Avon Patel, for the weather. Avon, what's it like this week?
Well, we're here, we're live in Patrick St. Henry. With today's forecast, we're going to have a high of 54 degrees and a low of 43 with a chance of humidity of 69% and a chance of rain of 60%. As we take our look in the hourly forecast right here, we're going to have some drizzle all over this place. So we got 3 p.m. going up with a high of 52, 6 p.m. with still more shower coming through at 48 degrees, and when it comes to nighttime, it'll still be raining around here with the 45 degree. As we look at tomorrow's forecast right here, it's going to be raining all day because it's rain. With a high of 47 degree and a low of 41%, degree, and the humidity at 65, and the chance of rain is going to be 90% around here. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast right here. We're going to see that Sunday we got a chance of shower with high 49 with the low 43. Monday is still raining around here, but a degree up from high for 50 degree and low 43. Tuesday, the sunshine will come back and dry up all the rain with a high 61% and low 50. And Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to have a straight shower coming back right in with a high of 57 and low 49. And Thursday, it's going to be high 58 and low of 41. Now we're going back, toss it right back to the desk to end this nice broadcast.
Thank you, Avon. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching RMU Live.
We will see you next week.